In the words of Matthew McConaughey, alright, alright. So the NBA playoffs have been way more exciting and interesting than I thought they would be, because initially the NBA has lately been kind of boring because, LeBron was dominating the past several years. It was just LeBron and the Cavs versus Steph and the Warriors. But since the Warriors are terrible now and LeBron got eliminated in the first round, we're actually seeing some interesting and exciting playoff matchups for the first time in since I first started following the NBA. With that said, why can't the 76ers make it to the Eastern Conference Finals? They spent years tanking over and over again to build number one picks, get like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. They said trust the process over and over again, but they still can't get to the Eastern Conference Finals. And you know why? Because Ben Simmons is afraid to shoot, and I don't know why. Okay, I kind of have an idea. It's mental. I mean, if you look up like pregame shooting warm-up videos, if you look up pregame videos of Ben Simmons shooting, he can knock down threes, given those are uncontested and, there's no crowd really. But he can make them. It's mental. He's terrified to take free throws. He's terrified to take shots. And this guy's the number one overall pick. He was the number one overall pick for the Sixers. And he gave them, 5 points in Game 7 and they lost the Hawks? I mean, what is that? This guy's an all-star. You can't be putting up 5 points in a Game 7. What is that? It just feels like year after year we hear the same story from the media over and over again. Oh, if only Ben Simmons could shoot. If only he developed a jump shot, he'd be unstoppable. But year after year, his shot doesn't improve. You can criticize Giannis for still not being a very good shooter, but you can see the improvement year after year. He's more willing to take shots. He's gotten better at them at least. But Ben Simmons, you don't see that. In fact, the other day on ESPN, Stephen A. Smith apparently, which is a trusted source close to the Sixers, reported that, and I quote, and Stephen A. was quoting, that Ben Simmons doesn't listen, he doesn't work, and he's babied. And again, that's just hearsay, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was true because, you just don't see the improvement. I think he averaged 14 points. I need to make sure that's correct, but he averaged 14 points in his 4th or 5th year as a selected all-star. So, that's just not good enough. And again, 5 points in Game 7. Doc Rivers said that he and Ben Simmons and I guess the rest of the coaching staff need to get into the gym and work. And that's completely obvious. Ben Simmons has to put in the time and the effort to correct his jump shot, to correct his free throws, and to just get out of his head and not be afraid to shoot anymore. It's just really unfortunate to see. And again, the Sixers were the number one seed and a second round playoff exit. It's just, again, a disappointing season for the Sixers. Something has to change. I don't think it's coaching right now. I think Doc Rivers is a pretty good coach. Obviously he has had many playoff exits, but I think Ben Simmons is really a big problem. Your starting point guard, as I said, only 14.3 points averaging, which is good, but by NBA standards, all-star standards, is not good. That's, bench player production, 6-man production. So something's got to change for the Philadelphia 76ers, and something's got to change fast. There was one point when Ben Simmons was backing up, I believe it was Kevin Huerter under the basket. He had a wide-open shot, easy dunk. What does he do? Passes it to a covered Matisse Thybulle, of course. That's when you know the game is in his head. The commentators even said it during the game. In the meanwhile, one of the teams that's brought me so much joy during these playoffs is the Milwaukee Bucks. Not because I'm a Bucks fan, but because I'm a big Giannis fan. And, I was so happy when they took out the Brooklyn Nets. Sure, the Brooklyn Nets were without Kyrie for most of the series, but still, the Bucks won fair and square, fought hard to the end. It was a great, exciting series. It's great to see Giannis make it back to the Eastern Conference Finals. Kevin Durant earned a lot of respect. I still don't like the fact that he left the Oklahoma City Thunder for the Warriors back in 2017, 2018, but still, he was incredible in that series, doing everything he could to keep the Brooklyn Nets in that series. Steve Nash's coaching, I will say, was a little bit questionable. They went really small on the Bucks, and at the end of the day, Giannis Antetokounmpo dominated them by driving, attacking the rim inside. They had no real rim protection. The only thing that was keeping them in that series really was KD's offensive firepower. But you know who else really surprised me during these playoffs? The Atlanta Hawks. I mean, they're like the 5th or 6th seed in the East, and they've been incredible. Trae Young has been ice cold, and the rest of the Hawks have stepped up. I mean, it's crazy. Last year they were, I think, near the bottom of the league, and now they're in the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Bucks. It's pretty cool to see. It is really cool to see. And let me just say that NBA basketball and any type of basketball is so much better with fans and the crowds getting into it. I mean, if you really think about it, like without crowds, it's like really awkward in there. That's basically what the NBA playoffs, I should say the NBA season was like without fans. So with that, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Hit that any of you enjoyed. Check out my other stuff on my channel. If you enjoy it, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It really helps me out. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later.